Hello, my name's Rod Franks, and for the past 22 years I've been stuck on the principal trumpet chair of the London Symphony Orchestra. Today we're going to talk about Mahler Symphony number 6, and I'll talk about relevant bits to the first trumpet part, which I think are fairly important. In this first movement you can't actually miss the pulse of it because there are percussion running through there going bump, 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 and it's like John Williams has lifted Mahler's Sixth Symphony. You can actually stick it in a Star Wars somewhere. It's an absolutely amazing piece of writing, and very loud for the trumpet. So what am I thinking when I'm playing this thing? Well, very little really. It's just like, am I breathing properly? So I try and play at the top of the breath. So, and we put lots and lots of what we call front on the note in the LSO. So the first note of Star Wars would be something like this, which is like literally slapping the audience around the face. They know that the LSO have suddenly arrived. And this is relevant in that it goes through the entire brass section of the London Symphony Orchestra. They strike a note and then drop. And the reason that they drop is so that they can hear the pitch of it and where the orchestra is rhythmically. So the first tune, bump, 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 we've got a march going off. And the first trumpet, you should be thinking, right, here we go, here's the first thing coming up. Glasses on, trumpet in B flat. And this is something that you should also check on Mahler parts. Is it in B flat? Is it muted? Is it in E flat? And it changes all the way through. There are various versions of this. Now Mahler wrote the symphony between 1903, 1904. It was revised in 1906. And let me give you the first opening of this. So I try and play at the top of the breath. So I'm actually playing really long notes with lots of air behind it. I'll give you one more time. Lots of air through those, and people get terribly worried about intervals in this. So yes, if I arrive at the Barbican where the LSO perform and I want to do a quick practice on my own with nobody else around, hopefully in the concert hall, I'll just practice the intervals. Just to try and find whereabouts I am. I know that's going to be incredibly loud, and I know that I need to keep the bell slightly up in the air so that it's going to project to the back of a rather large concert hall. Now the next thing that's rather relevant is that today I've forgotten my mute. You may choose to use various mutes, metal, wood or plastic. And for most of the piano ones, I think it's probably as well to use a plastic mute. I shan't advertise for any particular company. Metal mutes for really solid and hard bits. So the first bit that I've just played was before figure 3 and slightly after 3. After figure 4 it's muted, and therefore you should be in plastic if you could. After figure 5, the next entry again is also long and is also marked trumpet in F and also open. And there you will notice I've brought the third valve slide out, else it would sound like this. It's too sharp, so we need to make sure that that trigger's ready to go. When we've finished a section in our orchestra, we hand over to either woodwinds or strings, who might be pitch might be just marginally different, and therefore these slides should be moving, including your main tuning slide, this one here, should always be moving, because as you reach the end of a symphony, the horns have been playing for most of the symphony, tend to ride up in pitch, and it's important that the trumpets go with that, and certainly the lower brass behind us, the trombones and the tuba as well, should also try and ride up. After figure 11, we have to change the style of the music. It suddenly goes into B flat and you join in with the strings. You can hear me join in with the strings, just blending in with their sound. Little warm vibrato. And coming up to figure 12 now is a really big crescendo from the brass section. Why do I play the E natural on third valve? I usually find that that helps me line up with the one wind section. And then at 16, it's back open again. So I'm keeping the embouchure really tight, corners in to get this through, and a massive aperture. I'm trying to create as warm a sound as I can. I've no idea what it sounds like in this room or to you now, but it should be actually quite warm. So actually with my tongue I'm going dee da 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 dee da da as opposed to dee ta 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 ta, all letter T's. I'm using da, a sort of da attack.